Hello everyone. I hope so. You will be fine. Today I have another important topic regarding man's answer writing. In this series, we focusing on to how to understand the question and how to solve the question through different approaches. And you know that from the GS paper 3rd Environment and Ecology, we are continuously taking some questions from PYQs. Today we have a very special question regarding national water policy. You know that national education policy, national water policy, national urbanization type policies, and number of policies are available and coming in news regularly. So now it becomes a very important topic for us to understand how to deal with such kind of policies. So today we have very special questions from 2013. The question is very interesting. Enumerate the national water policy of India. Taking river Ganga as an example, discuss the strategies which may be adopted for river water pollution. River water pollution, control and management. What are the legal provisions of management and handling of hazardous waste in India? You know that this is the question which have a different phases. The first phase of question is talking about national water policy. Second, Ganga as an example, discuss the strategies which may be adopted for river water pollution, control and management. You know that strategies. In the last one, you will notice over there what are the legal provisions of management and handling of hazardous waste in India. So now we have to understand the question and we have to identify the concept behind the question. तभी तो अच्छे से क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व कर पाएंगे. Number of suggestions and number of advices I have already given you, and you can watch my previous classes. On the behalf of all classes, you can easily take an idea that how to deal with question, and you must watch these or those all videos. Now let's find out the concept behind the question. You know that every time we discuss the directive words in the question, first of all we have to find the directive words, and you know that these are directive words in the question. The first, enumerate, means list clearly and briefly. It means. Second is discuss, explain with reasoning, examples and the analysis. Both have a similar kind of definitions but have a different nature. So on the behalf of directive words, we will find out the different parts of the question. You know that this question has a 3-part structure. The first is national water policy. Clearly question is talking about the national water policy. And you know that second thing is in the question is that river Ganga. River Ganga means water pollution, control and management kind of guidelines. ये आप note करना उसके अंदर. And the third part of the question is that legal provisions क्या क्या हैं, ठीक है? What kind of legal provisions regarding hazardous waste management? Now let's move toward the answer, because we have easily postmortem the question, है ना? और अभी idea तो है कि what is the demand of the question and how to deal. So we should go toward the answer. Every class I mention some advices and suggestions that before writing the answer you have to remember. I think you must remember these all important things. Avoid unnecessary words, avoid extreme views, avoid axiom definitions, avoid some kind of self-generated type of knowledge. Always remember, use authentic information or knowledge or academic knowledge. Use valid arguments. Always follow the case studies, latest case studies. Follow the presentation. Focus on writing. Focus on language. Simplify the questions. Focus on conclusion. So each and every part is very, very important during the answer writing. So must remember, I think so. Now let's see the model answer. You know that. We should start our answer from the introduction. An introduction should be concise, precise and valid. Argument अच्छा होना चाहिए उसके अंदर. And it should be relevant to the question. ऐसा ना हो कि question is something and introduction is something. So both things should be ठीक है, interrelated है ना, interlinked. ये चीजें याद रखने वाली बात है. So India's national water policy first formulated in 1987, just after the announcement of the Ganga in 1985, and revised in 2002 and 2012. Outlines the nation's approach. This is the approach to managing its vital and finite water resources. The policy recognized water as a scarce and essential resource to be managed sustainably and equitably. We mentioned these all things. Getting my points? Now, this is enough from the introduction. We mentioned the National Water Policy, announcement, launched, revised, and its approaches. Policy recognize these all things. That was the reason we said to be managed sustainably and equitably. I added some advices also. Now move toward the main body. You know that key provision of National Water Policy. What are the key provisions? So you will notice over there, we have selected some important key provisions in National Water Policy. What? Water to be treated as an economic good. There is no doubt. This is the first and foremost duty for everyone to consider water as an economic good. Allocated based on priorities, drinking water, agriculture, industries, and ecology. Emphasized on integrated water resource management. Number 2, rainwater harvesting, groundwater recharge, recycling, reuse, water use efficiency, water quality, precipitation, stakeholders, climate change. Now you will notice over there that I have written the most important words and no one is repeating the word. A single word is not repeating itself. That's the ठीक है, consistency you must adopt, I think so. Getting the points? So now you'll notice over there what are the major key provisions, and I wrote almost every important key provisions from the National Water Policy. River Ganga, pollution control and management strategies. You know that whenever we talk about the preparation, policy, program, schemes, treaty, so we should have some important strategies, है ना? तो हर चीज की strategies होती है, so यहाँ भी वही है. You know that despite several initiatives, River Ganga remains polluted due to untreated sewage, industrial effluent, solid waste, and reduced flow. And recently, a news from the BBC regarding the solid waste management, 30,000 टन जो कचरा जनरेट हुआ था मेले से, ठीक है, महाकुंभ मेले से, उसके ऊपर एक रिपोर्ट है. यू शुड ठीक है, देख लेना उसको. की स्ट्रेटजीज टू एड्रेस पॉल्यूशन, व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, है ना. सीवेज मैनेजमेंट वी हैव डिस्कस सो मेनी टाइम्स. आवर ठीक है, अविरल धारा, solid waste management, community participation, afforestation, river bank technology integration. You will notice over there are number of strategies to control and management of the pollution of the Ganga river, है ना. तो यहां मैंने most of the strategies को लिया from the sewage, industrial, अविरल धारा, ठीक है, solid waste management, community participation, number of things I added in strategies. So you can notice over there how easily I write the most important headings, because this is the game of headings and subheadings, and your heading should be attractive, dominated, है ना, and relevant to the question. Next one, legal provisions. देखो, number of times we have discussed about the legal provisions from the 1974, ठीक है, to the 2016. You will notice over number of things that Environmental Protection Act 1986, yes, Hazardous Waste Management 2016 and 2016, Water Act 1970, Air Act 1980, ठीक है, Public Liability Insurance Act 1991, and Biomedical Waste Rules 2016. Number of acts we have discussed, and these all are the legal key provisions. And when we talk about that, we have a number of legal provisions right now. Still, we are far from away. We are far from the achieving the target. How and why? ये बेसिक सा कॉन्सेप्ट है, इसको समझ लेना. Because number of projects are being started by the different governments and they set the some guidelines. ठीक है भाई, इतने टाइम पीरियड में काम पूरा करना है. एंड वी हैव ए नंबर ऑफ एग्जांपल्स दैट कोई भी प्रोजेक्ट टाइम पर पूरा नहीं होता है, टाइमलाइन को एक्सटेंड किया जाता है. तो लिहाजा एक चीज और एक्सटेंड की जाती है उसके साथ, आप समझ गए होंगे. ठीक है, तो वही सारा खेल है. एनवायरमेंट, hazardous water, public liability, biomedical waste, और नंबर वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंपोर्टेंट थिंग इज दैट पॉलिटिकल विल. बहुत जरूरी चीज है. एंड वीक इन्फोर्समेंट ऑफ लॉ, ये भी सारी चीजें आती हैं. Now let's move toward the conclusion. Is one of the most important part of our answer. Look, we have hardly 3 lines of conclusion. Sustainable river management, like Ganga, require a multi-pronged. देखो, this is the idea and suggestions. ठीक है. Robust policy, effective pollution control strategies, strong legal enforcement of hazardous waste norms. This is essential for ensuring water security, public health, and ecological integrity. So with the help of these all words, I concluded my answer smoothly. And definitely, I remembered number of important points, that structure, way of presentation, language, authentic knowledge, ठीक है, policy, schemes, suggestions, advices. I completely avoided extreme views, unnecessary knowledge, and फालतू के passage एंड फालतू के ड्रामेबाजी, ये मैंने अवॉइड की है. दैट वाज द रीजन आई मैनेज्ड माय आंसर ब्यूटीफुली. ठीक है. सो आई थिंक सो यू शुड डू दैट, तभी तो अच्छे नंबर मिलेंगे. ठीक. सो नाउ लेट्स मूव टुवर्ड द प्रोबेबल क्वेश्चन. सो आई हैव अ फ्यू इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन फॉर यू, जस्ट फॉर प्रैक्टिस. अच्छे से प्रैक्टिस कीजिए, अटेम्प्ट कीजिए. इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट पूछ सकते हैं भाई, अब पूछो आप. ठीक है. बट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू हैव टू अटेम्प्ट द क्वेश्चन और सबमिट कर देना नीचे दिए गए लिंक में. ठीक है. और ये है वो सारे के सारे क्वेश्चंस. आई होप सो यू विल सॉल्व दीज ऑल क्वेश्चंस केयरफुली एंड सबमिट द आंसर. सो इसी के साथ ही दिस इज इनफ फ्रॉम दिस साइड एंड सी यू सून. टेक केयर.